These soldiers, I decided to do a part 2 to this because I'm reading a book right now that is just really bothering me with just the, oh my god, I can't even. I know only basic bitches use I can't even, but really I can't even. So because I had so much fun ranting about it last time, I'm gonna do a things that piss me off about paranormal YA novels part 2. Number 1, part 2. Just regular YA or any other fiction usually happens in New York. I mean, I get it. I've been to New York before. It is an amazing, amazing city. It's just the energy about it and just the different places and the different stores and the people there. Oh my god. I just feel it's kind of weird that every single paranormal series takes place in New York. Like, you have the whole world, like the whole world. Why is it always in New York? Some series I can just think of off the top of my head. Lily St. Crow's Strange Angels, Santa Claus Mortal Instruments, Sabina Cain novellas by J. Wells, Kelly Armstrong's Darkest Power series. Technically this is middle grade, but Percy Jackson by Rick Riordan. I understand New York's exciting and all this, but like, is there no other place in the world that we can set a novel? Well, you coming in or not, Hi, come here. Come say hi to everybody. This is Pumpkin. She doesn't like anybody. If you hear any wrinkling or crumbling or whatever, that's my cat in the background because she pawed at the door so much and now she's just being annoying. 2 very good examples of setting a novel somewhere else other than New York or Chicago, or the US really, is the really imaginative world that is Leah Habel's Dearly Departed. It's a futuristic, dystopian, Victorian era steampunk zombie romance novel. It takes place in Brazil. Mad props. The second world I'm going to mention is in the really friggin' cool book called Cinder by Melissa Mayer. And it's a fairy tale retelling of Cinderella if she was a cyborg. It takes place in New Beijing in China, which is very interesting. So it's kind of neat because the culture of China and Asia was put into the book as well. I thought it was really interesting. I love the world she built. You definitely should read that. Number 2 would be, why is the main character of YA always a nerd girl? Or the unattractive girl who suddenly gets tons of boys to like her, or who is a nerd until she takes her glasses off and then it's like, whoa, she's a hottie. Like, there's nothing wrong if you're a nerd. I mean, I was pretty much a nerd, and still kind of am with my multiple references to Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. Pumpkin, stop that! If you want to have your main character be really into books and like get 100% on her tests and, you know, do all this academic stuff, that's fine. My cat's playing around again, sorry. Like, that's cool, but then it doesn't make any sense that it's, oh, I'm just this shy little nerd girl, I've never done anything in my life, and then all of a sudden you're like a supermodel, or like a superstar, or someone has to save the universe. And I get the whole like David and Goliath thing, and the whole idea of like the girl who was never worth anything is suddenly worth everything in the world, blah blah blah. But I see it so much. Pumpkin. Number 3 basically is kind of the same thing, but opposite. Yeah. That works, right? That works in this expression. We just made it one. The opposing the nerd girl is always the hot and mysterious boy who is always hot and always described as mysterious. Usually the new boy or the next door neighbor. Why am I doing this? Who knows? It's just like, can we have a like, maybe just a cute boy, or like a not cute at all boy, or like some random boy you picked up off the street who has like a couple days worth of stubble and like some old dye left in his hair, or like has dreadlocks, or is a different race than the main character who's usually white. Like, can we just have something else besides the dark and mysterious boy who is always very inept at everything, is really smart, and mysterious. I hate that word. I mean, it's a great word and all, but every time I read on the back of a book, and a mysterious boy, I'm like, nope, you've lost me, done. I'm not picking this up, because it's just on everything, and it's so boring. Like, is there no other word that you can use? Look up a thesaurus, people, you're a writer. I am getting so worked up, I am taking this off. Fourthly is if someone, the main character most usually, is really good at something, or she's an assassin, or she's the greatest swords master, or she's just really great at cooking, I don't know. Someone always has, usually the male protagonist, has to come in and save her all the time. Like, no, what? No. If you're an assassin, you obviously know how to kill someone, so why does this boy have to come and save you? You are fully competent. You have been fully competent up until this level, and all of a sudden a boy comes in and it's like, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess all that kick-ass just left out the front door. An example of this, I'm actually going to use a movie instead of a book, which I know is terrible, but I'm going to use it anyway, is the awesome, freaking awesome movie, which was Guardians of the Galaxy. Gamora bothered the absolute crap out of me because, I'm sorry, you're a space assassin for Thanos. You are the coolest, most terrifying chick in the whole galaxy. You've killed tons and tons of people. Everyone's afraid of you, yet you go to the jail and you're all flinching and nervous when people are screaming at you. If I was an assassin, I think who had killed a whole bunch of these people's families, I mean, I might be a little bit nervous, not gonna lie, because suddenly you got all your enemies around you and you're like, well, that's not good. But I feel like I would have maybe a bit of thicker skin. Maybe because I was a kick-ass assassin, I wouldn't be as terrified because I knew how to kill them all. And then later in the movie, she has to get Star-Lord to save her when she's in space dying. And she's all kick-ass again when she's fighting with Nebula. Like, I don't get it. Can you just stick to one thing? If you're an assassin, then be an assassin. You can be an emotional assassin. That's cool. That's fine. That's great, actually, because it gives you lots of character development. But you can't just turn off being an assassin. Or can you? A good example of this is going to be J. Wells' Sabina Cain series, which is so freaking amazing. It's a vampire thing. There's fairies, there's vampires, there's demons, there's mages. It's so exciting. Sabina Cain is the main character, and she's an assassin. And she is a badass assassin. She kills tons of people. She has these awesome guns with special bullets in them. There's one or two occurrences where other characters have to come in and like help her, either save herself or save someone else, but she's always great. She's wounded, she's bleeding, she's on the floor, she's getting kicked around by magic, she's completely out of her mind, but she's still badass and kicks ass, and that's what I want to read. Number 5, someone being really good at something right off the get-go. Like this girl has never, I'm saying girl because YA novels are mostly girls. They will pick up a sword or some daggers or need to fetch a key from the bottom of the ocean, and they do it on like their first try, and they're really good at it. I'm sorry, I've never picked up a sword in my life. Actually, that's not true. I have picked up one. I posed with one. I have done avant-garde stuff with one, but I have never actually used a sword in any type of battles or fencing or anything like that. And I think I would kind of suck at it, because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So it's kind of strange that I would expect someone to just pick one up after never seeing one before and be like Antonio Banderas from The Princess Bride. Why are you good at everything? Because I do not trust anybody who is good at something the first time they try it. That's just strange. Good example, opposite this, is Triss from Divergent. Because when she's learning to fight, she gets her ass kicked for a little while. Like, it's not that she suddenly goes into the ring and she's like really good at fighting all of a sudden, even though she's from abnegation and has never fought her entire life. Like, it takes her a little while to get some muscle and to really get into the mind space of fighting someone. And I love that she really, like, she took some punches. She got knocked out before she was good enough and got to the level of being good enough to fight with someone. She had to work for it. And everyone has to work for it. That's just life. Number 6. All the rude and moody guys always happen to be tortured souls who are really kind and nice and grateful and sweet underneath. I need to break this to you. Sometimes people are just assholes. Like if you, whoever you are, I don't know if you're a friend, I don't know if you're a boyfriend, I don't know if you're my parent, I don't know if you're some guy that likes me, I don't know if you're some girl that just found me for the first day. If you're rude to me, I wouldn't like you. If you were rude to me twice, but were really nice to me for the rest of the time, probably could forgive that. If you're rude to me off the get-go, and all of a sudden you kiss me, I'm gonna be like, whoa, bro, I do not want to be with you. You're just rude. And that is a toxic relationship and you should not be in that. Example of both good and bad, Will from the Cassandra Clare's series of The Infernal Devices. Will Herondale. Loved his character. He was great. He does actually end up being very sarcastic and rude because he has a deep, dark secret. But you know what? That's actually kind of okay because it makes sense later on. But at least with Will, he has a reason to. He actually has something. Whether instead of just being like, oh, I don't know, I thought she was ugly at first, so I was rude to her, and then she turned super hot because she took her glasses off, and then I was nice to her. It's like some people are rude just because they're rude, horrible people. Some people are nice because they're nice, regular people. Some people are a combination of both. I definitely am. I can be a bitch. But I can also be really nice. But it kind of depends on how you treat me. But if you treat me like you're rude, I'm not gonna like you. That's just ridiculous. So can we please just get over this idea of every rude guy has a deep, dark secret? Because sometimes that deep, dark secret is pretty shallow, and it's just that he's a terrible person. Number 7. Love triangles. Love triangles. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I understand why, because you need some sexual tension or you need some romantic stuff to happen or whatever. But I don't think I have ever in my life liked 2 guys at the same time of equal hormone levels. Like sometimes I'll be like, wow, that guy's really cute, and then I'll, you know, see another person and be like, oh, that guy's pretty cute too. And I'll see some other guy, I'm like, whoa, that guy's hot. But I've never actually been like, oh my god, I'm so in love with 3 of them, what do I do? Oh my god, I'm gonna stalk them on Facebook and I'm gonna go and stay by their locker after school. Oh my god, I hope one of them kisses me. That's just pushing it a little bit too far, and it seems like love triangles have to be incorporated into everything now. Plus, I can't remember who said this, but another writer friend of mine said this, that if there is 2 guys and a girl, which 99% of the time there is, what guy is going to hang around a girl that's stringing him and his usually best friend or brother along for like months and months? Alright, made it through. Good for you. Let's just have a small round of applause. Comment down below if you'd like me to rant about anything else, or if you have any other things that anger you about YA novels or fiction novels or sci-fi novels or whatever just pushes your buttons and makes you really just want to strangle someone and throw a book across the room and set it on fire. And we'll see if possibly a part 3 comes of this. There'll probably be multiple parts. I don't think there's ever going to be a lack of things to complain about. Because there is a complaining Olympics, I definitely would be in the top 3. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are in the world watching this, and I will see you next week. Bye!